What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Skinny Hardaway, and this is Retro Heat Check. Checking in one more time for the real hoop heads out there. And as you already know, man, thank you all for your likes and shares, your subscriptions, man. Shout outs to all of you all. Shout outs to the hoop heads in the hoop head haven, man. Big shout outs to you all. Gotta give a big shout outs to you guys, man, for holding it down and being patient with me going through this crazy part of the year. As you all know or may not know, this time of the year is when I do a lot of traveling. I'm a huge Miami Hurricanes fan, so I do a lot of traveling throughout the season, following the team, going to the games both home and away. Just had the huge rivalry game with Florida State. So yeah, that was awesome. That was an awesome game to watch. I won't say awesome. It was a little anticlimactic because I was wanting to see carnage. I was wanting to see a 60. I was wanting to see like a 60-6 type of score. You know what I'm saying? But you know, Florida State was just so trash that all they had to do was just run the ball, and they couldn't even stop that. So it was very anticlimactic, kind of boring of a game, actually, but it was still a vibe nonetheless. It's always great to beat down on those sorry no's, and you already know what it is, man. So thank you all for, just sticking with me through all that. This is the crazy time of the year for me. I got a few more weeks left of this, and then we'll be back in the hoop head haven, cranking out videos like normal. It's just that this part of the year, yeah, it's very, very, very hectic because I work a lot, and then on top of that, like soon as the weekend comes, I am on a plane or I am in a car taking off. So yeah, it's been fun, but at the same time though, I haven't forgotten about you all and your support. So yeah, I just wanted to get that out the way. But let's get into the subject matter at hand. You already know, guys, as you all may or may not know, I am a huge, huge Miami Heat fan. I am a huge Miami sports fan outside of the Dolphins. I'm not a Dolphin fan. I do not like the Dolphins. But everything else, I am Miami to the core. And I was definitely excited when the announcement was made that D Wade was going to get his statue down in Miami in front of I don't even know what they call the arena now. I still call it the American Airlines Arena. I still call it the AAA. It'll always be the AAA to me. Lot of cool memories inside that place, man. A lot of cool moments. So I'll always call it the AAA. I don't even know what they call it nowadays. But yeah, I was so excited, man. And then, because I mean, this is D Wade. I think hands down the greatest Miami Heat player of all time, in my opinion. And Miami is the type of sports city where they love a winner, but they really, really, really love the superstar. And D Wade is definitely on that short list of Miami luminaries, sports luminaries. Like, he's up there with like Dan Marino. You got guys like Ray Lewis, who went to the University of Miami. You got guys like Michael Irvin, who's from Miami, starred at the University of Miami. I mean, he is a luminary down there. He, just for his years as a Hurricane. I mean, you did have guys like Giancarlo Stanton and all that, but now he's a Yankee. But there's so many sports icons like Don Shula, Howard Schnellenberger, Jimmy Johnson. So many Miami luminaries as far as sports is concerned. And D Wade has entered into the pantheon of great Miami athletes, and his time with the Miami Heat was definitely special. Like I said, man, first championship, he led the team to the first championship. Going crazy against the Dallas Mavericks. I remember that. I remember that series, man. I remember that series in '06. That was like, so, I mean, that was amazing. That was an awesome time, man. It was an awesome time to be a Miami Heat fan. Man, just all the memories that he had, so that he provided for the city. I mean, it was awesome. It was awesome just cheering him on. So seeing the statue reveal, I was very excited to see it. And then, there's this big box, black box that says Wade on it. And, they open it up and all the smoke and pyrotechnics and all that stuff, man. And then they showed the face. Ugh. No, baby, what is you doing? I don't know who that was, but that surely was not D Wade, man. I know D Wade has like a really strong muscular face. You know what I'm saying? Especially like the jaw. Like this part is like really like muscular and defined, but they went OD. Is that the same dude who who did Kobe's statue? Is this the same dude who did Ronaldo's statue? Like, come on, bruh. Like, if anything, hire the dude. There's two people that you need to hire as far as if you're trying to get your statue done. If you're trying to get your statue done right. Number one, call the dude who made the Michael Jordan statue in front of the United Center. Go holler at him. Because if you ever been to Chicago, if you ever been to the United Center, if you ever seen that Jordan statue, it's lifelike. It's lifelike. Like the statue is exactly 6'6". I mean, all the detailing all the way down to the sneakers. Like if you notice, he's wearing the Air Jordan 9s. He never wore the Air Jordan 9 in an NBA game. Never. But if you look at the shoes, just the detail of the sneaker is if he had a brand new sneaker and just bronzed it. I mean, it's that detailed. And the facial expressions. I mean, it looks just like Jordan. Look like Jordan could just, hop right off of there and look like he could play you in a game of one-on-one. Like, that's how lifelike it was. That's who you need to go call. Either call that guy or call the guy who who does the bust for the NFL Hall of Fame inductees. Because the detailing that he does for those guys, like I said, I'm a huge Miami Hurricanes fan. So when Andre Johnson and especially Devin Hester, like if you look at Devin Hester's bust and Ed Reed's bust and Troy Polamalu's bust, like the guys that eat, like just down to the hair texture, it looks lifelike. Like when they have the player standing next to their bust, it looks exactly like the guy. Dead on. It may be a younger version of him, but you can tell that it's him. I don't know if the Miami Heat or the Wade family or whoever, I don't know if they were trying to save some money or whatever, but man, whoever these new sculptors are, man, go find the old ones, man. Go find that guy who does the NFL bust, man. That is terrible. But you know what it is, though? I think that it's the basketball gods punishing D Wade for signing his deal with the devil. Now, as a Miami Heat fan, full disclosure, I enjoyed that deal with the devil for a couple years. Because when he made that deal with D Wade, Bron, and Bosh colluding together to form the Big Three down in Miami during the Olympics and manipulating contracts and manipulating, basically the competitive balance of the NBA, basically throwing it out of whack, and it's been out of whack ever since. I think because D Wade participated in ushering in such a trash era, and like I said, full disclosure, as a Miami Heat fan, I benefited from it for a few years. We was in the finals 4 straight years, winning 2 of them. really, to be all the way honest, should have only won one. If it weren't for Ray Allen's greatness, we'd be sitting at two NBA championships. Because the championship that they got against OKC, I mean that they were no threat. They were too young. They were babies. They were babies. They were talented, but they were babies. They had no experience. They didn't know. They had they had saucers for eyes, man. Their eyes was like this big, man. Like the moment was just a little too large for them at the time. So that was an easy victory for the Heat. Hate to say it, but yeah, I really do think that D Wade. I think that this is his punishment. I think the basketball gods were angry at D Wade, especially how he came into the league. Like, remember how he came into the league, man? He was his own man. He put the whole team on his back. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of old grizzled veterans, man, who were ending, nearing the end of their playing days, and he just put all those guys on his back and led them to the championship, man. Just the way his approach, his attitude and everything. You'd have never thought that he would have stooped so low as to collude with two other top 10 superstars and make probably one of the most overrated squads of all time. And I'm a Miami Heat fan, but I gotta keep it real, man. It's a little overrated because for those three guys, for them to only reach 4 and win 2. Now, winning is not easy. Let's not get it twisted. It's not easy to win. But at the same time, in the NBA, more unique than any sport, where you can add a couple guys and you'll tilt the whole league in your favor just off of a couple moves. And that's what the Heat did. I mean, the Heat ran the East. We ran the East. There was no threats really, no competition really. You know what I'm saying? Like Indiana, they give you, they jump up and give you a little bit of a scare here and there. Chicago, and little series here and there. Boston, they give you some run. But other than that, man, there wasn't no threats out the East. There was no threats out the East. So we was able to just moonwalk to the finals, throughout those 4 years. But I definitely think that move, I think that D Wade kind of betrayed himself. I think he betrayed his own confidence in himself and his skills by being convinced by LeBron. Let's keep it real, because LeBron, trying to do the whole you my brother, oh, you my brother, da 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 da. I think he manipulated both D Wade and Bosh, but don't get it twisted. They still signed them contracts. They still said, yeah, they could have held their guns and their competitive and could have held their competitive spirits, in higher regard. All they had to say was no. I'd rather beat you than join you. But that's not the case. And just so happened that now D Wade, now that he has left the game of basketball, it's been one embarrassment after another. A lot of it off the court, a lot of it you already know. I don't even have to explain the controversy, some of the controversies off the floor with him, and some of the L's that he's taken, you know what I'm saying? Just from the questionable fashion to painting his nails, to just all kinds of just weird, goofy stuff around D Wade. You know what I'm saying? Ever since he left basketball, man, he got with Gabrielle Union, turned Hollywood, and then turned weird. You know what I'm saying? And she kind of a weirdo too. Like, don't get it twisted. She's beautiful, but she a weirdo. You know what I'm saying? She a weirdo, and I think that she you know what I'm saying, some of that weird stuff rubbed off on D Wade, man. This has been one hit after another, and he's just been getting clowned left and right on the internet, man. This is the latest escapade. Now Everybody's making fun. Like my homeboy sent me a text, you know what I'm saying, showing that. And then another one of my friends, like I'm getting texts, I'm getting inboxes. They like, look at your mans. Why they doing your mans like that? And I'm like, dog, it's like you can't even defend it. But then at the same time, I'm just like, man, dang, the basketball gods is punishing D-Wade, man. Punishing D-Wade. And in a way, they punish Bosh too, because, you know, I definitely feel that there is a certain kind of sports karma. I hate to say that, but I think that the big three, you know, in a lot of ways, you know, their karma came because they literally ruined the competitive nature and balance of the game. And when you do things like that, man, you're going to get punished one way or the other. You're never going to get away with the BS that you pull off, man. Especially when you know that it ain't really up to par, it ain't up to snuff. Now, granted, they were legally bound. They were allowed to do that. That was collectively bargained and everything. So it ain't like they didn't. It's not like they broke the rules. It's just that, you know what I'm saying, they broke an unspoken rule, and that's competition at its highest. And that means competition at its highest. That means if you a big dog, you over there with your squad. I'm a big dog, I'm over here with my squad. And we gonna go heads up. May the best man win. It ain't you a big dog, I'm a big dog. Let's go get another big dog and let's go big dogs together. Nah. That's not how it was. It's not how it was in the early 2000s. It's not how it was in the 90s. It's not how it was in the 80s, 70s, 60s, 50s. It's not how it was. It was always about competition. And when you mess with that, and when you mess with competitive balance, hey, I guess maybe the basketball gods come back and get you. And unfortunately, they came and got Bosh almost immediately because his career was cut short, unfortunately. You know, with his career being cut, unfortunately, now D-Wade, he's suffering a lot of things in the public forum in his personal life. You know what I'm saying? And now he's getting clowned about his one of what was supposed to have been one of his greatest athletic achievements, getting his own statue in front of the arena that he made so much history and so many memories in. I just think that the basketball gods finally tapped D-Wade on the shoulder and was like, yeah, you're gonna have to catch some L's, bro. You're gonna have to catch some L's. And LeBron's time is coming. LeBron's time's coming. His karma's gonna be the worst of all the big three. Of the big three, LeBron's karma will be the worst. It will be the worst. And I'm telling you, if that Balco stuff, if there's any credence behind that Balco stuff with LeBron, oh yeah, for sure, that'll end him. That'll end his whole legacy. That'll end all this crap that's going on. Don't let that Balco stuff be true. I mean, we already see the evidence, but you know what I mean. Don't let smoking guns happen. But yeah, man, I just wanted to just say my little piece about the game, what I was thinking, man. That just was an idea that came into my head. I definitely feel that there is a somewhat of a basketball karma. I definitely believe in that. I definitely believe that when you mistreat the game has a way of coming back and frying you. Just like, you know, if you have a love of the game and you respect the game has a way of blessing you. Look at Michael Jordan. He's the ultimate example of this. He loved the game so much and gave everything to the game. And the game has given him back everything back 1,000-fold. Not 10-fold, not 100-fold, 1,000-fold, maybe 1,000,000-fold. But you got guys like D-Wade who cut corners, who started out on the right path but decided to cut corners. And now for those moves, man. Maybe, in some sort of way, the basketball guys decided to pull up on him and humiliate him. It sucks that it had to be my guy D-Wade. Sucks that it has to be my squad, you know. But it is what it is, man. But on that note, we're going to shut it down right there. You already know what it is, man. It's your boy Skinny Hardaway, man. Oh, man. And this has been another episode of Retro Heat Check in the books. Hey, man, before I take off, man, you already know what it is, man. Shout outs to all my peoples, man. All my hoop heads, man. From the VIPs all the way down to the newbies, man. Big shout outs to you guys, man. Big shout outs to you all, man. Make sure you guys, man, be out there. If you guys are out there, make sure you guys are, you know what I'm saying, you love on your family members, love on them babies, love on your loved ones, man. Tomorrow is not promised. So you make sure you get out there, love them, hug them, tell them you love them, all that good stuff. Be a helping hand, be a shoulder to lean on. You know what I'm saying? Be an ear to listen to. You know, be a blessing, not a burden out here, man. Don't do that. Be respectful, be responsible. You know, do right by people. You know what I'm saying? And things will come back to you, man. A clear head, good intentions in your heart, and you're out of here. All the blessings will come to you. You already know what it is, man. It's your boy Skinny Hardaway, man. The only thing I guess I have left to say is peace. And wear your sneakers.